Tron, the brand new film from Disney that just hit theaters. This film is the third of now the 40-year-old franchise. It started all the way back in 1982. The film's directed by Joaquin Roning, who's coming out directing films like Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, and Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. This film does take place 15 years after the events of Tron Legacy. But Sam Flynn has stepped down from his corporation. Now, running that corporation is Eve Kim, who in this film is played by Greta Lee, and she's going up against a rival corporation, the Dillinger Corporation, which is ran by Julian Dillinger, played by Evan Peters, who is the grandson of the original Dillinger, who was back in the 1982 film. He also runs it with his mom, Elizabeth, played by Gillian Anderson. He has his own grid, which is led by Ares, played by Jared Leto, and Athena, played by Jodie Turner-Smith. And his goal is to bring the grid world into our reality and bring these AI, I guess, people into the human world. But the moment Ares starts to get a little feel for what it's like for being human, he turns against Dillinger on a path to make sure he can be human. Also, back from the first two Tron films is Jeff Bridges as the creator of the service, Kevin Flynn. The film is 2 hours long and PG-13. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Zimmerberg. We're talking Tron Ares. So if you're new to the channel, guys, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, out of theater reactions, and every Monday I break down the box office. So if you're new, please subscribe and ring the bell. Comment down below. What are your thoughts, guys, on Tron Ares? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Again, save your rankings though. I will be doing a ranking video of all three Tron movies, so don't tell me where this ranks for you in the ranks of Tron. But tell me, did you like it? Were you disappointed by it? Was this your introduction into the Tron franchise? Love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. And also, guys, please hit that thumbs up button. So I was definitely excited for Tron Ares. I do remember as a kid watching the first Tron, and then the second Tron came out when I was 8 years old. I remember for some reason seeing it in the theater, but I didn't really remember anything about it until I rewatched it like years ago. And then to be fully prepared for Tron Ares, I rewatched Tron and Tron Legacy to get ready for Tron Ares. So I am a fan. I don't think there's any great films in this franchise, but I have a good time and enjoy the lore of the first two films. And I think Tron Ares falls, I think, right into place with the other two films of the franchise. Tron Ares is not redefining the sci-fi genre. It's not breaking the walls down with an inventive story. This movie, for me, is all about the visuals, the visual effects, the action, and the score. Obviously, the first Tron back in 1982. Can't believe that film is over 40 years old. But Tron, the first Tron, just is such a dated film. It's really a film ahead of its time, but from a technology perspective, way behind the eight ball on what they were trying to accomplish. Obviously, Tron Legacy was a massive improvement on a visual level. And I think even Tron Ares is a visual improvement because, again, Tron Legacy came out 15 years ago. So it's great to see the visuals. I did see Tron Ares in 3D. I highly recommend you guys see this on either the biggest screen possible or 3D. 3D really made it such an immersive experience. And the visuals are unbelievable in this movie. Especially there's a race sequence that takes place in the human world, but there's two AI people chasing a human character, and it is thrilling and on the edge of your seat because the technology, we've come so far since 1982, and you can really feel that in this film. It's a gorgeous film both in the grid and in the human world, just jaw-dropping locations and visual effects that kept me locked in throughout the entire time. Now, what's important also in a Tron movie is the score, and obviously it was very built up that Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross of Nine Inch Nails did the score for this movie. They are easily from one of the top 5 or 7, I would say, I guess, working composers today of the best, and they killed this score. I still will always hold Daft Punk's score for Legacy on such a high level, but this one comes very close. It is an outstanding score that keeps you energized throughout the entire film. I also thought, at least in the first hour of the movie, the lore, the continuation of the lore really of this whole movie is the best part about it. Establishing how far we've come as a society with really AI, I guess, in that realm, but also lore pertaining to the franchise, where the companies are 40 years later, the fact that there's still a Dillinger around trying to change the world in his eyes, while you have other people trying to fight against that. As I said, if you're a fan, I will say this: if you've never seen a Tron film, I think you can still have a good enough time with Tron Ares. This film definitely rewards you if you are a fan of the franchise. There are a lot of callbacks. Again, they explain everything for the most part, but there are some callbacks, some Easter eggs, and if you're a fan of the Tron franchise, you'll get a lot more enjoyment out of it. But again, as I said, if you've never seen a Tron film, I still recommend rewatching the first two Tron films before watching this one. But I still would say you could still find some enjoyment in this movie. And overall, it's also a very fast-paced movie. It's 2 hours long. It's really a breeze of a 2 hours. So Tron Ares for me is a fun enough time, I would say, at the multiplex. Now on the negative side, as it pertains to story and character, this also, like the other two Tron films, just doesn't really have that many interesting story or character beats in this movie. Very stacked cast, really good actors here, but all the characters are very surface level, and as I said in my added theater reaction, just very vanilla, kind of nothing characters. Leto is the lead of the movie. Greta Lee is honestly just as important to the plot as Leto is. And they're both very talented actors. I've never been a big Jared Leto fan. I thought he was fine here. Everyone I thought did a fine job in this movie, but like the other Tron films, there aren't those like character, emotional, big moments that you kind of want out of this franchise, because that's what's missing with these three Tron movies, which is you have this outstanding world, amazing music, amazing visuals, and a world that wants you to keep watching their franchise, but that there's just not that multiple characters and a story that really grips you from that level. The visuals, the action keeps you entertained, but I think what would take this franchise to the next level is a more grounded, not grounded, but just you care more about the characters. I just didn't find myself caring about Ares' arc throughout the entire film. It's very predictable once the movie starts what they're going to do with his character. A lot of his jokes, they try to give Leto some comedy beats, was not funny. I didn't find any of the attempted humor in this movie to be funny at all. It was very Terminator 2 jokes with Ares once he becomes in the human world. And I just thought that the comedy missed there. There could have been more heart with Greta Lee's character of Eve Kim relating to her sister and why she's on this mission. But again, it's all very surface level and it's very one note. And they don't dive deep into any of these characters. Even Evan Peters, he's just a righteous billionaire trying to do good things in his mind, while the society doesn't really deem that to be the case. I think they could have even made the Dillinger family more interesting in this franchise. They've kind of kept them a one-note family as well. Again, Jodie Turner-Smith, I would say, was a standout, and I think Greta Lee was also a standout in the cast. But again, these characters are very one-note, very surface level, and it makes the visuals and the action once really brings you into the movie, and the characters feel very distant to the actual humans and the characters that there are throughout the film. So overall, I had a good time of Tron Ares. I don't think this is like the top tier of, I guess, of the franchise, but I think this falls right in line with Legacy and the first film. I enjoy the Tron films. I would say that if you don't enjoy the first two, not sure Ares will get you on board. If it's an introduction, love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. But overall, I'm giving Tron Ares a 3 out of 5 stars. I am going 64% for Tron Ares. Let me know your thoughts on this movie down in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon.